It's the most notorious entertaining duo in radio. Sean Anthony.
He's bad at his job and mentally unstable.
And Big Keith.
As my mother would say, God love him, but he's a raging maniac.
On iPower 92.1.
We got the big homie Bun B on the line with Sean Anthony, Big Keith, Bun B. Happy birthday, homie.
Man, thank y'all. I appreciate it, man.
Before we get into the cliche questions, first let me ask you, how'd you feel about November 4th?
It was a beautiful thing, man. You know what I'm saying? It was a beginning of a new era in America, you know what I'm saying, for everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's a new world for everybody to look at and to be a part of, you know what I'm saying? At the same time, it's not like a sweepstakes or a lottery or something to sit back and think that you just, you won this big prize and now you get to sit back and relax and kick it. You got to work harder now, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because we got more powers that be that's looking to not see us prosper, as you can see now in the news. You know what I'm saying? How
is the economy, the global economy, affected Bun B personally in your personal life?
For me, the reality is that people are not going to have the kind of disposable income to go out and just, buy all the music they normally would buy and go to all the concerts they normally would go to. But more so than that, I'm a person of the community. You come down this way, you ask anybody, you know what I'm saying, you can look around and see. I'm always involved in everything in the community. So I already know who this situation is going to affect the most, the people it always affect. You know what I'm saying? The poor people, the disenfranchised of the world, you know what I'm saying? Inner city people, you know what I'm saying? Of color, you know what I'm saying? But not exclusively black people, just being real. Now, the reality of the situation is that, there's going to be a lot of people that's going to be able to bounce back from this situation, but you got people that's already in the hole getting dug deeper. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I see a lot of people getting bailed out, you know what I'm saying, of their situations, which to me is kind of foul that they would give AIG money, but not, to me, I don't see why they don't pay off Bernie Madoff, because he ain't no different. AIG is no different than Bernie Madoff.
Wow. That's a great point.
They no more had insurance to sell to people in the same way that Bernie Madoff was really trading anything for trading bonds for people. You feel me?
Right. And see, the thing about it, you're right. The thing about it, though, Madoff is just an individual and not a corporation. I don't know make an example out of him or what. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, no, don't get me wrong. He's a corporation. He's the Bernie Madoff Corporation with billions of dollars in assets, man.
Well,
you feel me?
Well, I understand. I guess my point is that they're singling him out as an individual as opposed to his corporation.
Well, the reality is, man, is that, what nobody really wants to talk about is the fact that nothing like this goes on without people knowing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They may not have known exactly what Bernie Madoff was doing, but they knew everything wasn't kosher over there. You feel me?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they let it go on way longer than they should have. They knew they should have paid more attention, but they were so concerned with the election and trying to make people look bad that people was robbing us blind right on our noses. You feel me?
Yeah. It's iPower 92.1. Sean Anthony, Big Keith, chopping it up with Bun B. Bun B, do you think that the media is distracting us from the real agenda that's going on?
Well, here's the reality of the situation. I think Jon Stewart said it best when he was talking to Jim Cramer the other day. He was telling the man that reality is that it's two stock markets in this country. It's the stock market that you see in the paper, in the journal or whatever, the business section of your local paper, that have all these different companies and these prices and all of that. You see, what bonds is worth and what gold is worth and all these different things and everything that they've sold to us as the, quote, stock market. And then you got the real stock market, where the AIGs and the Bernie Madoffs and people are trading billions of dollars back and forth of our money, doing what they feel like they want to do.
Right.
And the reality is that people know that this is going on. People know that the stock market, that the NASDAQ and all that, that's really, it's not what it's purported to be. They know this, man. They've been doing this, and they've been lying about it, letting people go on with the lie because the government is implicit as well.
We're talking to Bun B here, Sean Anthony, Big Keith, iPower 92.1. You were being interviewed by your local media out there in Texas. And I was so proud how articulate you spoke. And you always do. As a motivational speaker, I tag myself as the hip-hop motivator. Sometimes it irritates me when I see hip-hop being misrepresented by hip-hop. You understand what I'm saying? But then I feel good and proud when I see hip-hop being represented the correct way. Because we're not dumb people, you know what I'm saying? So we don't have to act dumb on TV. And I was just really proud of how you carried yourself on that media outlet.
Well, let me be very real with you. You got to be careful nowadays because, perception is key. Mm-hmm. A lot of people that you see that may be talking ignorant and coming across ignorant are probably the smartest ones. But you have to be very careful because some people trying to give a certain image to represent something that they're really not from. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And they really not from the hood. They're really not of the hood, but they feel like that's their way in the game, so they come in and they carry themselves a certain way.
How do you feel about that?
You know what? Not to cut you off, Sean, but I was watching Jay-Z Fade to Black DVD, and in the DVD, Jay-Z said nowadays the music industry has rappers afraid to be themselves.
Well, the reality is that people are who they are, and then people have who they want people to perceive them to be. Mm-hmm. Music industry is a great outlet for that. If you have a personality that you don't feel confident enough to exert in the real world, you can create a character and exert it through that. Problem is, people start to get attracted to the benefits of the character.
Right.
So they want to take the character home. But characters don't work in real life.
It's the most notorious entertaining duo in radio, Sean Anthony.
Is bad at his job and mentally unstable.
And Big Keith.
As my mother would say, God love him, but he's a raging maniac.
On iPower 92.1.